What's good, people? What's good? We're back. It's Race for Europe on 12th Man on a Monday night. Make sure you do me a favor. You're locked in. You're loaded. Like, subscribe. Make sure you do the thing. Hype the video. And, of course, make sure you're following OK Jersey. They're doing brilliant deals at the moment on football jerseys. Any football shirt that you want, any team you support. And it's not just your club. The World Cup jerseys are out as well. So go show some love to OK Jersey. Make sure you use the code 12man for 8% off. And you can get any name and number on the back that you want. We've got Deji in the house. We've got Charlie. We've got Errol. We've got Dan United on his way. LB on his way. Pete on his way. Wolfie on his way. Do you know what? The reason I've gone live is because I actually wanted to start with two teams that I thought this weekend probably highlighted one of the most embarrassing in my opinion. And Errol's not going to like me for saying this, but, you know, Deji's going to come with chest because Spurs have finally picked up a point. I'm going to let him have his say in a minute. But I'm actually going to start because, Errol, you know you're my guy. I got a lot of time for you. If you had one job, bruv, one job to try and allow this Tottenham Hotspur team to go down to the Championship, and you decided, for whatever reason at Anfield, to just chill and let them score and equalise. Now, I've said on Saeed's show today, and I actually do stand by this. You might not like it, but I'll allow you to come back in a minute at me because you might want to give it back. I think Liverpool are the most embarrassing team this season, bruv. I've got to be honest with you. And I'll tell you why, right? I've looked at Tottenham Hotspur last season in a relegation zone of 17th. This season, they're down there again. It's no massive shock to me, but it might be to a few Spurs fans. But let me hold. Chelsea are in and around top four, which is where I expected them to be. I know some of the Chelsea fans thought there'd been a title race, but let's just bring them back down to reality. They were never going to be. They're always in a top four race. You've got us at the top, which I kind of hoped and expected. Liverpool, I was hearing fans tell me to etch the name in the trophy. We've got Isak now. We've had a 10 out of 10 summer. This is the season we run away with it. We're going to dominate. We're going to build on last season. It's going to be impressive. This has been the worst I've seen in a long, long time in terms of defensive title. And right now, I feel sorry for these guys because I don't know what they're supposed to be doing. I'm looking at the decline of footballers in Robertson, who looks dead out here. You've got Salah, who came on and actually was okay yesterday. And that's a worry because if that's an okay performance for Salah, he's definitely not the right player anymore. Van Dijk's been trying to hold Liverpool together but struggling. I don't know what the midfield has turned into, but it's turned into mush. It feels like you need to rip it up and start it again. And maybe you think I'm being harsh here, Errol, but I got to be honest, man. If this was my team, I would expect some serious cooking and heat. And I think that's what we might have to do today. So before you come in, I only think it's fair that I hand over to Deji, who did pick up a point at Anfield and probably sees it as 3 points because it's a big, big point for Spurs because they ain't won for a while. We're taking points for a while. But Deji, was you shocked by this result? Did you think you'd get sank at Anfield?
No, I'll be real. I was shocked by the result. I'm not going to lie to you. Normally, when we go to Anfield, we get... normally when we go to Anfield, we play well, but we come away with nothing. But I think for me, look, I just want to let the viewers into a little secret. I mean, I think Errol's one of the best content creators. If you didn't know,
no, don't start trying to do the gaslighting. Just say your piece about my team and move on. You know what? I'm outside.
I haven't said anything yet. I just wanted to say, like, someone who speaks so well, your accent really resonates with me, and I know. If you don't mind me sharing with the audience, you're a lecturer at Liverpool University. So look, I get it, and the way that you construct words is something to behold. But I warned you last season. I warned you about your manager. I warned you about your club. I said to you that, do you deserve to win the Premier League? And I remember how you responded. You said, Dej, I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna win the league. Yeah, Dej, you can talk to me. I've got a league trophy. I don't care how we do it. You know, it was something around that line. I'm paraphrasing, and I said, Errol, you might live to regret this. This season, I agree with Dan Potts. Liverpool is the most pathetic team I've ever seen in my life.
What happened?
What's happened there?
What's happened?
You're not saying. I'll put into context. No Romero, no Van de Ven, no Udogie, no Polina, no Basuma. no Kulusevski, no Kudus, no Odebear, no Madison. Yeah, we didn't even start. No Bentancur. Yeah,
14 players, Dej. 14 missing.
14 players against Liverpool's first team. Now, you can't sit here and tell me this ain't your first team, because we know that every Premier League manager sets out what they believe to be their strongest lineup. Whether we agree with it in the cups or not, they set out their strongest team. So I've been led to believe, that your strongest lineup was put out against my club. It's your manager's choice to leave Salah on the bench. It was your manager's choice to leave Ekitike on the bench. With that Tottenham team, the bummiest Spurs team that I've witnessed in my life as a Spurs fan, where I can't get a win, we went to your gaff and we should have won. We should have won. We got a draw. It was light work. Now, I tried to, you know what, the emotions of yesterday, I'm not going to lie, Pete, the draw felt like a win for me, because I was thinking we could see 7, 8s or 9s. However, I was trying to deep it. Was Tottenham that good, or was Liverpool that bad? And let me not be so shameless. I think it was a bit of both. I thought we were that good, but bloody hell, mate. Let me just remind you, we had Dragushin, Danzo, and Porro in the back three. Yeah? And the only shot on goal, other than the free kick from Szoboszlai, which went through the middle, by the way, and Vicario, if I see that brother in the shops, I'll fly kick him in his headpiece. What's that shot that hit the post? Is that it? What summed up Liverpool for me yesterday is when the ball went out to the right wing and Salah kept sending the ball to his family member in the stands. He did it 3 or 4 times. What, you can't afford a football? Do you have to keep giving the match ball away? Because that's what it felt like. Honestly, Errol, you man are worse than Tottenham. I don't talk about Tottenham's injuries because I'm not a fraudster. I sit here every week taking licks from the likes of LB, who's another shameless brother. Yeah. Even though we know that my club is 14 players short. But what's your excuse? Yeah? What's your excuse? What a disgrace. And you know what? Hold that, bro. Hold it.
Why has this guy got chest for a draw when he's in a relegation spot?
As for you, fullback, bro.
The lack of awareness. The lack of awareness. The lack of self-awareness.
I've ever seen, bro.
Because he's got no self-awareness, but I rate it still. Do you know what I mean? He's got to step outside and he's got to fire back from time to time. So well done. Thank you. Rounds of applause. And you know what? You got a point against the champion. So big up you, because yes, last season that was your premonition that Liverpool would go on to fall off a cliff. And you know what? If we hung on every single word you said, Deji, I think we'd be rolling in it, because you told us that you were going to win the Champions League this season. You told us that you were too good to go down. You told us a whole bag of stuff about Spurs. The reality is you're still the dustiest team in this league by a country mile. The fact is Liverpool are an embarrassment in this here moment. But Liverpool's bounce back and get back, I still believe, could be a lot quicker than yours if you end up in the Championship next season. So you just hold and pause for a minute, yeah? And let the rest of us that have got serious European business to talk about discuss real matters at hand. Because again, yesterday, that is your victory. But today is Monday, our business. I said it yesterday. I was never going to take any personal pride from beating that Spurs team yesterday. The fact that we didn't, I'm fuming. But I'm not going to sit here now and make out that none of us seen it coming. Because for the best part of 15 minutes, you can go run the tapes. I was watching the team saying the goal's coming. They're going to score. We know exactly how they're going to do it, because we are soft and we will crumble and we fall away. And that's what we did. It was, so what? Tots, that's quite scathing of a review. And fair play. But I wish you'd have had that same energy for your beloved Arsenal over the years. Because it's easy to sit there and say a manager that won a league last season now can get all shots from every single angle and all levels of respect from external fans. It's all right for internal fans, us, our fan base, to be criticising because he gave us a standard last season. But you lot, you didn't know this man from Adam. You didn't know where he came from. You just seen him win a Premier League on Arteta, precious Arteta's head top before he got one. And in front of Pep, and Pep still can't get one in for 2 seasons. He has been the standard marker for years. Liverpool have had to do something, and we gambled. We took into the unknown. We picked Slot, and he's done what he's done within the first 12 months. Now it looks like the wheels have completely fallen
Errol,
off.
you've watched my content for long enough to know that I dunk on Arteta's head top, right?
You
Can't deny it. You can't deny that what I've said was absolutely factual, that you are the most embarrassing team this season when it comes to £500 million spent, and you might not even make the top 5. Everything I said, you don't like it, I hear it, I understand why, I wouldn't like it either. But it's true. You are the most embarrassing. The whole Isak scenario, Ekatike, you spent £500 million. Everyone was saying etch the name on the trophy already. There's 4 trophies coming.
Yeah, we did because we no, I did not say Godfather this season, so don't even try and level that up.
Not you. Some did.
I would genuinely say, right, that there is a serious conversation to be had that Liverpool are the worst defending champions of all time.
No, mate, because you can't talk, because you dropped down to 12 or 13.
No, I know that we came 10th. But we came 10th, right? I get that. But the context behind that is, bro, we didn't break the British transfer record twice.
I don't care.
Yeah, Charlie, you're right, but just say worst pound for pound defense.
Oh, and now you want to dress it up like a car. Look, the reality is we know where the level is right now for this Liverpool team, and there's no hiding that. But at the start of the season, whether we support Liverpool or not, the external fans around us here have all said similar things and similar sentiments about how Liverpool seasons will go. So we was all wrong.
I thought they'd win the league. I'll be real. I thought we'd win the league.
Exactly. We was all wrong in that. So we all made the judgments to do the math.
Everyone into your
No.
But with that spend though, Errol, with that spend though, you got to expect to win the league.
Yeah, exactly.
You there because you spent 500 million. You expect to win the league, surely.
Exactly, but I'm not just saying just win the league. There were other things that people were saying about how Liverpool season could potentially go. That everyone was saying, yeah, I agree with this or I agree with that sentiment. Whether the league was one of them, that was just one of many. So the fact is, for the majority of us, we've all been wrong about this Liverpool team. None of us expected it.
No. Talk about your fan base. Talk about your fan base. Don't bring us into this.
Why would
because it's your fan base that was saying a minimum requirement was a major and a minor. Don't say we were all wrong. Talk about you lot being all wrong.
No, because yous were still wrong as well.
I never said you were going to win the league. Am I wrong?
Again, so you're not listening. Again, and proving my point. I never said the league on its own was the only thing external fans were talking about. They referenced other hallmarks in Liverpool's season that Liverpool fans also predicted. So we was all collectively wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Liverpool fans have got
this, man.
How am I dragging you into it? I sit here and do content with yous, do or not? I would sit there and do content with 500,000 other Liverpool fans. I sit here and
show me one time where I've said you're winning anything.
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just going to ignore you.
There's definitely a discussion of a league and a Champions League in there at some point.
And again,
of that.
Major and a minor, Pete. They all said minimum requirement. Major and a minor.
If you said to me 3 weeks ago, I'd still be beating my chest saying the Champions League. But in the here and now, I am bricking it. I do not see it. And even if we do scrape past Galatasaray by some miracle, PSG are going to do us dirty. I am telling you, we thought, getting that 1-0 last year was an embarrassment and going out on pens. They are going to absolutely skull rag us from Anfield to the Parc des Princes. Like, it's going to be long. And I don't want to see that for my club right now. Do you get me? Like, go on, Dej.
No, I'm just gonna say, can people just put a little bit of respect on me and my club? Because when I was telling Charlie that Club World Cup was a holiday trophy, that something that you can win when you're raving in Dubai, he looked at me like I was a madman. Now all of a sudden, Charlie, now that you played the real PSG, yeah, you got slapped up, didn't you? Sorry, Errol, to steal your thunder, but I just had to put that in there real quick.
But that was an example of what's going to happen to us, and we're no better than Charlie's Chelsea. Do you get me?
Wait, weren't you two talking about you two meeting in the next round just last week?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't say for definite.
Oh, well, you're talking about a repeat of I can't remember what year and all this stuff.
Yeah, we mentioned
that. 2005 or something. I heard. But look, let me ask, because I know Errol and Deji don't have long tonight. Can I ask Deji? Is that point save Tottenham? Are you staying up now?
Bro, I don't know, because actually, I'll be real. Tottenham have done this a couple of times. We beat Copenhagen 4-0, followed it up with a defeat. We beat Dortmund 4-1, followed it up with a defeat. I think the real move, and it pains me to say, is when we play Wolfies dusty team this weekend. I think Liverpool's so bad that you can't actually take anything from that game. I think they're that dusty, almost as dusty as when we play City. So for me, I take the point. We needed the point, but you know, I'm not going to shake my bum for drawing at Anfield this season because it looks like anyone can get points.
If you don't go down, then who is going down, Deji?
First 10 minutes about that.
It's going to be Nottingham Forest, and you know,
what was the first 10 minutes about if you're not shaking?
Set up. So again.
I said, what was the first 10 minutes about if we weren't shaking?
Bro.
What?
I'm not. That wasn't me taking my bum, bro. That was me making the point. Look, in terms of who do I think is going down, I think the individual knows exactly who they are, and they're in this space and they've been awfully quiet, but they are sporting a decent haircut. And you know what I will say is, you know, these are the last couple of weeks with Wolfie, and let's enjoy our time with Wolfie together. You know, he's a good mate of ours. He's a really good mate.
Deji, I'm just curious. When was the last time you won at home?
Bro, are you above me?
No, don't answer a question with a question. Just answer with an answer.
With you have been beneath me all season.
Okay, and again, I need to remind you when Spurs celebrated winning the league after 10 matches under Ange, you know what I'm saying? When you were celebrating Champions League this season, when you were third.
Let me
Spurs fans need to learn how to count to 38, bro.
Let me turn into my legal posture. Have you been below Tottenham Hotspur for the whole season so far?
No.
So you've been...
That backfired on you, didn't it? That backfired on you, didn't it?
Are you lying in this courtroom?
Am I lying? Okay. What was your first game of the season? And second and third?
I can't even remember. I don't really care.
Okay, we'll go back and look at it.
Okay, so but since then, where have you been?
Well, I've answered your question. Now you answer my question that I asked you. Did I not answer your question? Did I not answer your question? Now let's refer back to my question. When was the last time in the Premier League you won at home?
Okay,
let's make it easier. What year was the last time you won in the Premier League at home?
2025.
Okay, at least we've established that fact. What year are we in now?
Yeah, we're in 2026.
2026, deep in 2026, you'd say.
Yeah. So can I also throw a question?
Go on.
With that great revelation, given that Spurs hasn't won a game since then, how comes you're still below me?
Because we had to close the gap, which we've done.
So despite
let's not forget your team. Were you not third in the league? I'm
just saying, despite Spurs' frailties, you still haven't been able to pass us.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. I gave Ariel a bit of a cooking and a bit of a realization. Let me tell you what's going to happen to your club. You are the reason why Forrest will go down. Nottingham Forest fans, if you've got any eggs and you see this guy walking about, pelt them at Wolfie. I don't care if the police come and pick me up for aggravated crime. It's all right. Let me explain why. This fraudster told us all on this panel last season that Nuno deserved to lose his job. You said he wasn't good enough. You said the Maracana was doing a great thing for Nottingham Forest. No, you did. You said you supported the Maracana and you wanted Nuno gone. Hold on. And I said to you, are you not acknowledging the great job that is done at your club? But like a goldfish, because that's what you are, Wolfie, sometimes, goldfish, your memory is very short. You started to behave like you were something that you're not. Now look how crazy this is.
Bro, Nuno is down there.
Nuno is going to save West Ham and Forrest is going to go down. Bloody hell, who could have written
so you're saying an ex-manager of my team is going to send my team down?
Bro, it's looking like it. Do you think
remind me what other Premier League teams he's managed? Wolves, Forest, West Ham and
Spurs, yeah.
So wouldn't the same stand true with you, bro?
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Nuno could send you down.
Bro, Nuno could send us down if you weren't in the way.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting out of your way this weekend. We're going to open that door nice and wide for you. Let you step through it at 3.8. You're going to step through it because again, you still haven't answered. When was the last time you won in the league? There, you gave me a year. You know, we're bringing it down. Should we go to a month next?
Look, all of your points are valid. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to be shameless.
I'm not gonna lie to the Tots. I'm sorry. Yeah. The prestige of this show has fell off a cliff this season. I am so sorry, bro. I do you know what? I love what we do, yeah.
And that's your fault, Errol. That's your fault.
Bro, let me just again. I've got self-awareness. Do you get me? I'm sat here sorry as a champion, arguably one of the worst ever defending champions that the league has seen, up there with Charlie. There's no disputing that. Charlie spent £2 billion British pounds and can't even etch his way into the top 4, top 5. We've got Pete, the richest club in the entirety of the sport, and he can't even get himself into the Conference League. LB has got the most majestic manager that has probably managed in my lifetime. And oil. And it's still on a fuckery. These two over here, or wherever they pop up on people's screen, they're fighting relegation battles and bringing the whole race for Europe into disarray. And United are still United. The only person on this panel, Pot, you should just have a solo screen and just talk about you for the time being, bro, because this is your moment. Genuinely.
I agree, bro.
And it's taken you nearly 7 years.
And he doesn't even want his manager, Errol.
And he doesn't want his manager. The show's on its ass. Like...
This is some terrible panel. You're right. I mean, I got a guy here trying to defend what's going to happen at the weekend, where his team lines up with 2 used tampons at the back, man. Like, seriously, what am I meant to worry about? Because the only color they see on that pitch, bro, is red.
If he
are they even available for this game?
Wolfie, if he beats you, are you cooked?
He's finished.
Right.
You've got to be finished if he beats you.
Okay, if I beat him, is he done?
Probably.
We've been cooking him all season, Wolfie. You've just been able to do exactly what you told him off for before. You've always answered a question with a question. So I'm asking a question. If he beats you, I legitimately think, by the way, whoever wins this game at the weekend stays up. I genuinely think it's that.
Yeah. But Dan, if you notice, my first word was no when I responded.
To what? I didn't hear what you say.
To your question. Oh, that's the way you said I answered the question of a question. I didn't. I answered the question of an answer, as I always do.
You're learning.
Would you agree, panel? Whoever loses this game goes down.
I fucking hope so. One of them's got to go. I'm sorry. Like, just take your pick at this point. But I can't be dealing with the 2 of them.
West Ham are playing the best football out of the 3 of them. Out of Forrest and West Ham.
Man like Bowen and Somerville for the win. Come on. And I haven't seen Lawless for a long time. I have missed Lawless, Joe Labine. Like, he might be annoying on the city's London, but over here I miss him in this space.
Yeah, but Errol, if we have a legitimate conversation about this show, this time next week, legitimately, Potts and Pete may be the only 2 who are legally allowed on here.
Yeah, like, genuinely.
And that's if Newcastle beat Barcelona and we beat Leverkusen. Otherwise, we're all cooked. We just stop.
Cancel it. If that happens, next week, people, there's no show. If we all dump out of the, I'll say it now.
I'm Billy.
Where is Billy?
Now Billy's gonna go through though, but Billy's living.
Billy's in Benidorm, apparently. Funny that.
Oh, maybe not living in
Australia.
That loss hit him hard, didn't it? That loss hit him fucking hard.
Maybe not.
He did text me and say I'll definitely be on, and then he messaged saying, "Bro, I'm not even in Benidorm, and I left at 7:30, wherever it was this morning. So I don't know what's happened to him, but I think Aston Villa's got to him. Emery's got to him. Do you know what? I actually wanted a serious chat about Emery. We're not gonna have time now, but I actually wanted a serious chat about Emery. Because let's be real, I'm not gonna lie. He gets a lot of like, oh, he's unbelievable, and I'm like, if he throws this away, he isn't so unbelievable. Let me tell you that. Because Man United are easily getting top 4 now, by the way. And I made that prediction and said they'd come third, and a few people laughed. Even Dan raised his eyebrows. I think they've got third. I've got to be honest. I think they've easily got third now. I think the others are so up and down. It's scary. And the other team that we have to talk about is yours, Charlie. Because I don't understand what's going on with your manager. Who apparently is telling people to rest the ball. Huh?
That's it for Errol. We're done.
Definitely.
Didn't Errol get quite a lot? I thought Errol got a bad time, really, personally. But you have something for Errol? Come on, then, if you have something for Errol, say what you got to say if you had it for Errol. Why are you just trying to... Are you just trying to...
Everybody else said it to my face. You say it to my face.
He'll wait till he's on WhatsApp. He'll wait till he's on WhatsApp.
I've got nothing else to say. I just thought...
Can I just say, why is Charlie not in a jumpsuit?
Criminal.
Bro, you are also a criminal, Wolfie.
It's okay. He's not a criminal because he knew about it, so it's all right. It doesn't matter.
Mate, that's the least of my problems getting a fine, and I don't care.
Least of your problems. Have you watched your team?
Yeah, the fine's the least of my problems. Yeah, the fine's the least of the problems.
Fucking hell.
Transfer ban?
Not a transfer ban.
Only for kids, in it. I think it's that region.
Yeah, but Dan, ask him what type of players they buy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is like 40
years hard, man.
So
it might actually be a blessing in disguise.
Well, they'll just sign them all for Strasbourg, so it doesn't really make much difference.
Deji, before you go anywhere,
I've got to be real.
Yeah.
Deji, before you go anywhere, mate, thank you for making my Sunday the greatest Sunday ever. I've never watched a full stream of yours before, and anybody in the chat, I don't care if you want to give him stick, if you love him or you hate him, you have got to watch this guy all the way through. He is like the fucking Super Bowl halftime fucking performance. Incredible.
Some of those tunes that you are playing.
Honestly, this guy dropped bars.
That's how you genuinely gas somebody up there, Dej. Take notes.
I had to do something. I've been in so much pain this year. And, and I just need something to kind of deflect or take it away from the pain. Look, I just hope that Spurs do the job against Wolfie on the weekend. This thing between me and Wolfie is getting really, really serious and toxic. One of us must go down, and I'm here for it. Wolfie, I'm fighting you tooth and nail to the end of the season. Know that, and know that, brother.
Well, just quickly, I know you got to go. We always win.
But
just quickly, are you still winning this Champions League? It's going to be a hell of a turnaround tomorrow night.
Can I just be quick, just quickly on this one? City got slapped up by Real Madrid, like legit. There was no questions asked there. Absolutely slapped on. I mean, they pissed on you, they'll be. And then Chelsea got absolutely dealt with. Newcastle did well. And I think Leverkusen completely played you guys off the park. That disgusting penalty that you got was a disgrace. I think
Tottenham winning the Champions League.
Tottenham's defeat to Atletico Madrid was unfortunate, in my opinion. No, but let's not put it falling over. It's a 2-2 draw. So, for me, look, it's highly unlikely, but I think Atletico Madrid is one of the dustiest teams I've ever seen in my life.
Is he going to beat them 4-0?
Bruv.
Say the word, Dej. Say the word.
Bruv, I think we could get 2-3 goals.
Say the R word, Dej. Just say it. You know you want to.
We could get 2-3 goals.
I want to hear remontada. I want to hear remontada, Dej. That's what I want to hear.
Bro, we're doing this. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Love, Deji. Appreciate you, bro. Big up to you, man.
Remontada, man.
Legend. Big up to you. Listen, let me do a couple of these supers and I'll kind of come back to Charlie. Nicholas says you can win one game this week, Champions League quarter or the cup final. Oh, God, what a horrible question. My God. Give me the trophy, man. Give me the trophy. Just give me the trophy, man. I need a trophy. I'm stunned. I'm starved out here. Give me the trophy. Helping Spurs content creators eat 26-27. Big up to you, John. Love, man. Appreciate you all. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. You're following OK Jersey and you're following every single one of these guys as well. Charlie, your team are dusted. Your manager's lost the plot. You're doing huddles around the ball. You're telling players to respect the ball. I'm sure he's got his Lego set out still. You've been fined. Looks like Enzo Fernandez wants out. Palmer's done out here. Me and LB tried to tell Chelsea fans that you weren't in the title race, but my God, you might not even get in the Champions League. I don't know where you want to start here, panel. Like, I don't know what's happening here. Like, big up to Pete. I just carved through your team, by the way, for the goal. Like, carved through. And go on, LB. Sorry, bruv. Go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I feel like we've said everything that needs to be said about Chelsea. Like, we all know the shit. We all know they're not a serious club. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't got a serious manager. They ain't got serious players. They ain't got a serious board. The fans ain't serious because they were telling me there was in a title race at the start of the season. So obviously they're not serious. They're just here for jokes. Oh, no, man. Listen, they've won everything that there is to win in the game. Maybe they've just checked out. Maybe they're just here for vibes and chilling. I don't know. I don't think they're serious anymore.
I agree.
I feel like personally, I'll let you guys come in because I feel like I've said everything that needs to be said on Chelsea, and I said it on day one of the fucking Premier League.
We got rinsed though, LB, me and you. We got rinsed for saying this, bruv. Rinsed. I wish people could know how many DMs me and LB received from Chelsea fans crying, telling us we're haters, we're toxic, we're out of order, concentrate on your own club, keep your club out of your mouth. I'm like, calm, keep Sanchez in goal, keep your centre halves, keep Fofana, who's apparently better than Gabriel. Do you know what I'm saying? All this is nonsense.
Ballers, bro.
Done it.
I watched it. It was horrendous. Like it was genuinely, legitimately horrendous. Like there was a moment, like the 60th minute, I started to feel sorry for Charlie. Then I remembered what Charlie does, so I got over it. But I watched it, and Charlie, like, no jokes here. Like you're shit. Like you really are. Like the whole setup you were trying to do, like. You get it to Garnacho. Garnacho does a Garnacho, turns back, passes it backwards. It goes all the way along to the other side. You try that side. Doesn't work. You come backwards. You go all the way to the other side. Newcastle, as much as I thought that, like, when we got to the 70th minute, I thought, right, they're going to absolutely hammer it now. They're going to go for it. You didn't. Like, Newcastle looked so comfortable. And you know something? I've got to say something. We've all gone at Eddie Howe a bit this season. I thought Eddie Howe, considering the midfield two of Ramsey and Willock, I thought he got his tactics spot on. Like the substitutions were right, the way that they played were right. They knew that they weren't going to get them down the sides all the time, so they were just compact. And it was just a simple ball through the middle. Was it Livramento, Pete? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Just a simple ball through the middle. And then Chelsea, like for the last, look, it's bad, and I've had bad managers. I have, but it's bad when your manager is doing this to the fourth official. He's got his hands and he's praying and he's begging. I thought it was a joke, Charlie. And do you know something? We always banter each other on this show, and we do. And some of us go too far, i.e., me last week to Pete. And it's banter, and it can get like that. But I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Charlie. Your team is horrendous. Like your team, you're sat here saying, "Oh, we'll definitely get into the FA Cup semi-final. We'll definitely get to Wembley, mate." I think there's going to be a reality check against Port Vale because you don't like teams that come at you. You don't like teams that don't show you respect. And do you know what Newcastle did? They did not show you respect. They were fantastic. They were strong in what they were doing. Willock was fantastic. I thought. I'll tell you something. Your goalkeeper. Don needs to answer for this at some point. We never see Don on here. But we need to literally have a conversation about the fact that goalkeeper, he's mudded. He doesn't know what he's doing. Your two centre-backs, when that ball is played through the middle, it is a simple ball through the middle. And who do you see? You don't see Chalobah. You don't see Fofana. What you saw was poor-eyed Reece James damaging his breadstick fucking hamstrings, trying to get back there to bust a gut there. It was horrendous, mate. And I don't know, like LB, was it LB or was it Wolfie that said tongue in cheek that now you're banned from buying kids, you might do the right things. My team needs a rebuild. I think Pete's need a rebuild. Yours needs a reality check. Your owner needs a reality check because this guy is not serious. Your manager is not serious. I'd say 9 of those players are not serious. The coaching staff are not serious. The only serious people I heard on that game was the poor people in the bloody crowd that had to watch 90 minutes of you doing an absolute madness.
They're not serious either.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And Charlie, again, this the regression that we've seen from you this season, and I don't mean this in a horrible way, but start of the season, we're world champions, we're going to go for the title. Then hang on. You said you would challenge for the title, mate. You said you would challenge it. Go back and get it, Charlie, and I will. You know I'm that petty. I will.
And the trophy, Dan.
Correct. Then it went to, we're going to get Champions League. Then it went to, well, we might challenge for the Champions League. Then it went to, we'll win a couple of trophies. At the moment, I don't see what you're winning. You're so lucky that there is a bit of a gap. I mean, Brentford are winning 2-0 now. If I'm Chelsea fans, I'm starting to get worried here that we drop even further, because is it 2 wins in your last 6 or 7?
One of the last 5.
One win. And look, I know I can't talk because we play once a week, and I get that. But from a neutral fan here, mate, there are so many problems at your club. At the end of the season, you've got to get this manager gone, Charlie, because he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. He wears his white trainers that he's obviously bought from Primark and stands there on the sideline barking abuse at bloody my man Tyndall. It's ridiculous. Honestly, mate, I worry for you. I genuinely worry for you.
Dan, that was such a beautiful monologue. It really was, Dan. I've got kind of goosebumps just listening to it. And it couldn't have happened to a more annoying club and a more annoying person. And it's absolutely beautiful to see. It really is.
He did it yesterday. Like chat, please don't think this isn't me like last week. I promise. My tampon's in today. I promise, right? But this isn't me going like that. We have, right? We have evidence. This guy, right? This guy, the first thing he does after Liverpool dropped points against Spurs yesterday is goes, oh, Liverpool are genuinely shit. And I'm like,
I know that I'm shit.
Hang on.
You've got to get it in.
Mate, I posted the Spider-Man meme to you. You can't talk.
No, you don't, because you said you were winning a trophy, and you're still saying you're winning a trophy. It's everything Dan said. Okay, let's go through the list. Are you in a title race?
No, but I never said.
Are you challenging for a title race?
You said you were challenging, Charlie. You did.
Are you winning the Carabao Cup?
No, we're not anymore. No.
Okay. Are you winning the Champions League?
No.
Are you winning the FA Cup?
Potentially, we're still in it. So
no, I want yes, no. You're on trial. Get the jumpsuit out. Are you winning the FA Cup?
Charlie, you might have a breath of fresh air here because Wolves have just got one back, so you might be.
All right, we're all good. 2-1.
Yeah. Are you winning the FA Cup?
Probably not.
Okay. Are you trophy collectors?
Not this season, probably, but in general, yes.
I see. Okay. Are you going to be the highest finishing team in West London? Let's not even do the whole London thing. Let's just go West London.
Yeah, I still think we will. Look, worst we'll finish is 6th, I think.
If you finish behind a bus stop in Chelsea, bro, you are finished.
But it's not in Chelsea, but it's fine.
You are finished, bro. Seriously. And you couldn't be more deserving of this, Charlie, man. It's so funny to see. Your team is rubbish. Your players are rubbish. Why is it that Saka and Foden get all this heat, yet a certain Cole Palmer? Yeah. Can we talk about Palmer, please? Can we talk about it?
I've been doing this all season, and nobody said a word.
You have.
How many times have I called this out on Cole Palmer?
Thank you.
And nobody on this panel has even uttered a word. It's been over a year now that he's been shit. He's been shit. And I keep saying it. Like people in the chat go, nah, he's quality.
He's not had a good season.
No, it's not. He's been in this World 11's top player.
World 11
years, all this.
World 11 voted
for his name. He just gets put in because of his name, not because of his play, not because of his playing ability. I tell you what, that guy was shit on Saturday.
He was.
And the fact that he had to try and feint to win a penalty, right?
That was embarrassing, by the way.
Desperate. Literally going to the ref pleading because that's the only way he was going to get on the score sheet is by those cheap little penalties. That's the only way he gets on the score sheet nowadays because he's fucking shit.
Pete,
right? I'm sorry. Other than that, hold on. Let me carry on. Other than that honeymoon period in his first season at Chelsea, that guy has done nothing of note whatsoever. I'm sorry. A few penalties does not paper over cracks for me in terms of him being this elite world-class player that everyone's talked about. The guy has been shit, and he is shit. And the problem is that your club, Chelsea, rely on him.
Correct.
Your club, Chelsea, Charlie, rely on him to bail you out the shit because he's the only one, right, that they have any form of creativity that can unlock something. And you could tell a few minutes in when it was Jacob Ramsey, who was probably the best midfielder on the pitch.
CDM, you played in CDM, didn't you?
He played in number 6, never played there before in his life. Looked like he played there all season, right? As soon as he gave him a little knock,
best midfield in the world, Pete.
As soon as he gave him a little knock, Jacob Ramsey didn't want to know. Cole Palmer went missing again. Lewis veered out onto the right hand side of midfield. Lewis Hall locked him up. Nothing, absolutely nothing, all the game. And to emphasise that point, Bruno Guimaraes injured, Sandro Tonali ill, Joe Linton on the bench only came on last 20 minutes. We had our literally mismatched midfield. We had Nick Voltemade in midfield against Caicedo,
who, by the way, was fantastic against him. Fantastic against him.
Palmer, and didn't look out of place at all. Right, that's on Chelsea. Chelsea need to hold that. If Nick Voltemade can come in and outplay your midfield, your world-class midfield, and this is not just for you, Charlie, this is for Don, who constantly bigs up this midfield as this world-class midfield. If our worst midfield, our mismatched midfield, I've not even thrown Miley in there who's been injured for the last 2 months, right? If we can go and do that against you, you are shit. Your manager's a disgrace.
What about your fullbacks, bruv? They would come from Cobham, didn't they? Both your fullbacks. They were quality.
Yeah, but they were made in Newcastle.
Don't
forget
it in Newcastle.
But can we touch on this midfield thing you just mentioned there, Pete? Because I want to ask Charlie, do you still have the best midfield in the world?
I never said we had the best midfield in the world.
No? It's funny. It's funny what you forget on what you've said and what you haven't said.
I've never said we had the best midfield in the world.
So let's just clarify, because you've moaned all season that your problem is the defense, have you not?
And the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
and the
defense
goalkeeper.
is the weak point.
Yeah.
But
you said you're absolutely fine in the midfield.
We are fine.
Your midfield got schooled.
Didn't have a good game. Didn't have a good game.
Have they had a good game in the last 5, bro? Apart from against Villa.
That is the last 5 then.
Apart from against Villa, have they had a good game?
No, I thought
world-class midfield.
Enzo Fernandez played very well against PSG.
Like, just make this make sense. Make this make sense. I had Chelsea fans telling me that they shouldn't go in for Elliot Anderson because they've got too many good midfielders. Like, this is the stupidity of Chelsea fans. It really is. They think their midfield is so good. They think their attack is so good. Delap, man,
mate, he is awful.
Crap, man.
Awful.
Seriously.
Like, Charlie, I will thank you for the rest of my days. Like, I'm 40 this year, so I reckon I've got a good 40 years in me. I will thank you for the rest of my days that he.
Wait, did you say 4 or 40?
40.
Man, you should really you should really be thanking Deji, because if he'd won that Europa League and had Champions League football, I think he might have gone to you.
Boy, no chance.
You're probably thanking the wrong person. You probably need to thank Deji as well.
And again, sorry, Wolfie, I've just got to say this, Charlie. Like, do you know something? It's not even aimed at you anymore, because I know what you are. I know what you are. I get it, but there is an element that I do feel sorry for you, because. You know, I will say this about Charlie, right? Charlie, you are the epitome of a proper fan. Like, you go home, away as much as you can. Like, you pay your money, you travel everywhere. And that, for me, is the epitome of a world-class fan. And this is where I do feel bad for you, because the money, the effort you put into that, just about as much as everybody else does. And you have to watch that. Like, considering the amount of money, mate, again, I do. I genuinely, I do feel sorry for you for that. I genuinely do.
I smiled when it went extra time against Wrexham. I can't lie, thinking of Charlie's return trip.
I don't know how they found 8 minutes on
Saturday. Wolfie's a nasty man.
I don't know how they found 8 minutes on Saturday. That ref. That ref must have been fogged by that bloody huddle at the beginning of the game.
Can you explain it? Can you explain it, please?
Disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace from Chelsea to do a huddle round the referee and think that it was okay. It's a disgrace to the referee not to step out.
Why did they do it, Charlie?
Why? It's a disgrace for that manager to justify it in the press conference. That alone should be sacked for that alone. For the fact that he tried to justify that huddle at the beginning of the game is a sackable offence. He's an absolute disgrace. The manager's a disgrace, and the fact that Cole Palmer penalty.
Why is it a disgrace, though? Well, just from your point of view, Peter, what are you saying about the referee? That what you saying?
There you go, the blue cartel sticking together.
No. I've got some. I just want to know what Peter's saying.
Why would the referee even want to stay in that position when?
So are you basically suggesting
that the players are ridiculous for doing it and should be?
Are you suggesting it's some sort of intimidation tactics or something?
Correct. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So this is what I'm saying, right? I hear what you're saying, Pete, yeah, and I get your point of view. However, I don't think Chelsea are a serious football club. So I don't think they're a club that would do it I just think they're not serious. They're just jokes, man. They're all jokes. They did it and thought it was funny. Do you not see Cole Palmer laughing?
He had his arm around
He hugged him. He hugged him.
I'm saying that if that was City, yeah, or if that was Arsenal, I'd fully get why you'd be annoyed about it. But with Chelsea weren't trying to intimidate the referee because they're not asked. They were just doing it for a bit of fun. This is the problem with Chelsea, Pete, yeah? They're not a serious football club. Yeah, they're not serious. And I want to ask Charlie right now, yeah, where do you go from here, mate, yeah? Because I'm not going to lie, mate. You spent £2 billion, which your fan base always try and then next spend out of the conversation. You spent £2 billion. That's a fact, yeah? You spent £2 billion quid. There's a chance you might not get Champions League football here. Where do you go from here, mate? Real talk.
I actually don't know. I don't know where.
You
where
look
we
tired.
Go.
You look tired, dude.
I don't really know because
it does bags.
It's a major problem. Because look, I've not fully given up on finishing fifth purely based on the fact that Liverpool and Villa are equally as shit as us. So we can talk about how shit we are. I know we are, but we can still finish 4th or 5th because those other two teams are equally as terrible. So we could somehow scrape into the top 5. Would we deserve it? No, probably not. And we'd scam our way in and whatever. It is what it is. But in terms of where we go from here, we're not serious. As LB said, we haven't been serious since the window where we signed Caicedo, Lavia and whatnot. Since that 23 summer, we've not been serious.
And wasn't that big? Didn't the only reason he did that was because he didn't have a sporting director?
No, that was the summer before. So that was the summer before when we signed Cucurella, Fofana, Sterling, and those players. So yeah, that since that.
Are you going to sign any football players this summer, Charlie, that are over the age of 22?
Well, they have to. They've got their ban, isn't it?
No, because it's academy football. I'd like to think so, mate, but I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, look, we already know that the window's not going to be serious. The window won't be serious. It will be. You've already got 2 people coming in. You've got Quenda and this striker from Strasbourg coming. We'll probably sign Valentin Barco as well, and they'll get some random back from somewhere. Well, he plays in midfield now, but
does he play midfield now?
Yeah,
Charlie, Brentford are a point off you tonight.
Yeah, I know. And this is the thing, right? You get us talking about top 5 and stuff, and yeah, we need to be focusing on that. We need to be looking behind us. Pete rightly is fuming with Newcastle's season, written them off there, this and that. Mate, we're 5 points ahead of them. We're 5 points ahead of them. It's not inconceivable to think that with us having to play City, United, Liverpool still, that
Spurs.
We could send Spurs down, hopefully, but Newcastle, it's not conceivable with Newcastle's fixtures, which are a bit more favourable coming up. Although that doesn't necessarily mean a lot, given how many teams are just dropping points against whoever these days. But we're only 5 points behind Newcastle, and Pete had kind of written their season off. I don't think it's a given with the way that we're playing that Newcastle couldn't rein in 5 points on us. I think they easily could.
If we were to do that, like, I'm not putting us in that.
Please do it.
I'm not. If we were to do that, and I'll put Billy's Villa in that as well, you guys have got hell to pay. You got hell to pay. Because I'm coming for both of your clubs. If we, in the shit season that we've had, end up getting anywhere near to you or even above you by the end of this season, you got hell to pay.
You can do it, Pete, I believe.
Even that.
Go on, the Magpies. I always believe in the Magpies.
Don't you start. Like, I'm not putting this in that conversation, but I'm just.
Do it, Pete. Get those sunglasses on.
No,
I don't think you will, but it's not ridiculous. Like 5 points is not a huge gap given the way that Liverpool.
You still got to play each other. Oh no, you just played.
No, we're done.
That's it now.
But LB, I can answer your question for you. Chelsea have already signed 3 players for next season. I'm sure you'll be well familiar with their names. They've signed Daston Satnav, 18 years old.
He won't be in the first team squad.
Okay. They've also
why
signed
signing him then?
Yeah.
Well,
they spent.
Do you not think that, like, if I was a sporting director at Chelsea, I'd put an emergency freeze on any transfers that are not first team players. I'd be sitting there in the board meetings and saying, no more academy signings for 10, 15, 20 million.
No more hoarding.
For the next
No more
2-3
hoarding.
seasons, all players that we're buying are first team players only, because this club has spent 2 billion quid and might not be in Champions League.
LB, what does that now? They sign more, LB. Let me run you through.
LB, this is what they do.
Do you know what the biggest problem is, LB? The biggest problem is
they can't help themselves.
LB, what he's trying to tell you is the other one. So they've got Satnav. They've also signed someone called Denner. I'm sure the panel's all familiar with Denner, the left back from Corinthians. He's also 18. And then obviously they've kind of broken the bank with this Quando, whatever he is, for 50 million. But that's because he's 19. So they have upped the age slightly there. So they've got to 19. So they've already spent 65 million euros on children.
It's
like
ridiculous.
that's Epstein Island settings.
That's,
that really
you know what that is? That's one top player, isn't it? That's one. That's the centre back. And then you know what the fans do, Wolfie, as well. The fans come in the chat, because they always come in my chat, and say, "Well, we can't buy a centre back because we've not got enough money to spend it." Duh. It's like, well, if you start buying a bunch of 18-year-olds, then you might be able to buy a fucking centre back. Yeah, but you don't need a centre back anyway, because you got Gabriel at centre back, innit, lads? So you know what I mean? Like, why are you signing a centre back anyway?
But this is what
You
they do.
got Sanchez.
Fofana, he's been stinking out the gaff for Fofana.
Yeah, he's not been good.
Right.
How much did you pay for him, Charlie?
Record fee, wasn't it?
No,
80 million. 80 million pounds.
No, it wasn't. It was 70 because it was.
Sorry, my bad. That makes it respectable. That makes it respectable.
It was a record. I'm not saying we paid not much money for him. We spent a lot of money on him, but it wasn't a record signing.
Fofana.
Fofana.
Leicester.
It was big bags. Big bags.
Was that 73 million or something, man?
I thought he was 80.
I'm sure he was 80 and Charlie's trying to downplay it.
He wasn't. He was 70.
Unbelievable.
But you know what? Go watch that goal back again, right? Gordon's goal, right? And look, when Willett breaks through in on goal, Gordon makes at least 15, 20 yards on Fofana. Fofana's there. He's just jogging.
The last one back was poor eyed Reece James. Reece James was the only one that was like trying to get there.
18.4 million euros.
That's what his hamstring. That was out.
If he runs back, that goal doesn't happen.
But more to the point,
Now
why
Reece
is
James
why
has
is he
done his
playing
hamstring.
there? Why is he playing in central midfield?
Yeah, that for me was strange because I understood it against PSG, but yeah, in this game when you know you've got the second leg coming up against PSG, we all know it 99.9% not going through.
No remontada.
No, you don't need him in midfield. You know, you literally have Rosenior in the press conference the day before the game saying we've got the best player in the world signed up in his position, and then proceeds to not play him in his position when he's got Santos and he's got Lavia both fit and available to play. You talk about, you know, managing his minutes. He's played in 490 minutes in the last 13 days. There's no surprise he's got injured.
Charlie, you know what else it is though? Like your manager come in and he had a decent bounce, to be fair, didn't he?
And do you know what it is though, Dan? The reason why
he played. Look at the team.
That's fine. But you know why that is though? Because he was just doing simple things.
Correct. And now he won those games. He got that unbeaten run, and then he was like, "I'm a baller here. I'm Jose Mark II here." And it is classic Jose. The stuff he comes out with, you're like, we've done this dance before, but the bloke who did the dance before was the fucking instructor. He gave the lessons. Yeah. This guy's not even a pupil. This guy's the cleaner at the back, watching him do what he's doing.
And this is what happens when they come in, they do basics, they get some results, and then they start to think, right, I'm an innovator. I'm gonna start doing X, Y, Z, and then going to do this man-to-man pressing nonsense, which didn't work whatsoever, was terrible. Yeah, that's the biggest.
Is it time, Charlie, for the question? I think for the public record, it needs to be asked. Are you Rosenior in or out?
No, bro. I was this week. I'm done with him. He needs to go. Like I know that he's not the biggest problem. The ownership's the biggest problem because they believe in what they're doing. They're happy with what's going on. They think what they're doing is right. But as we all know, trying to get an ownership out is you're fighting a losing battle. This guy,
I know that one. I know that one.
This guy should never have been the manager in the first place. It's not his fault. I don't blame him for taking it. Of course, you're going to take it. He's so out of his depth. But my big worry is that really, if we carry on recruiting how we're recruiting, we carry on being run the way that we are, the guy in the dugout is almost irrelevant. It is almost irrelevant. They genuinely may as well save themselves millions a year. Don't bother having a manager.
This is why they don't want a big name, Charlie. This is why they won't go out and get an Enrique.
Yeah.
These big managers will call it out.
Yeah, and the only good manager we've appointed walked out on them because he couldn't stand working with them anymore.
Well, no, you should never have sacked Poch. He's the only one who got a tune out of Palmer. Let's be real.
Facts.
Yeah, Poch. I mean,
you wanted him out, man. You wanted him out.
Poch ain't a good manager anyway.
No, he's not really.
He's better than what they got, LB.
No, he's not better than Maresca.
I said he's better than what you've got.
What? Right?
Yeah, but anyone's better than Rossini.
Not Sean Dyche.
No, but I don't.
Managers are better than Rossini.
Let's be real. It ain't nothing to do with the managers. It's these owners that are the issue, man. It don't
Yeah,
matter
the
who
owner's
manages.
the issue. The manager's not good enough. The manager's not good enough, but
No, but neither of any of them been really, in my opinion, Charlie. For Chelsea, I don't think Poch, Maresca, or this Messina, any of them are what Chelsea should have got. Chelsea should have gone and got a proper winner like a Luis Enrique or Carlo Ancelotti. That's what Chelsea should be. And then they then recruit the players with the amount of money you've got to spend. They go and get a Petr Cech replacement in goal and a John Terry and Carvalho centre back, not Sanchez, Tosin and Chalobah. Like, let's just say it how it is. They ain't Chelsea, in my opinion. It's funny, and I look and laugh at it, but putting my football hat on, that ain't Chelsea level, man.
We're exactly what you were in the last years under Wenger.
Do you know what, Charlie? I was going to tell you this. I was going to say, I'm glad you brought it up, because you are the blue. You're now the blue Arsenal. You're fighting for top four while everyone's laughing at you. You're trying to win with kids like we were with Walcotts and Diabys and Wilsheres and Ramsey. And then you've got to a domestic cup, and you go, that'll do, because we can't win the big boys. We're not serious in Europe, we're not serious in this, that, and the third. You're celebrating conference leagues, you're spending millions of pounds on track. Honestly, man, it's exactly the same as what we were, in my opinion, when we were trying to get top four trophies. It's crazy.
The good news is when you sack him, you've got Gary O'Neill ready to come in, because that's your conveyor belt. So.
Conveyor belt, yeah. But I was going to go on further. I was going to go out just from watching the ownership since they've come in and what they've done over the last 2 or 3 years. And Dan, you might disagree with this, but I see this early stages of the Glazers. I genuinely see what these owners are doing at Chelsea is the early stages of the Glazers. It looks like that they're willing to invest and put so much money in just to keep the club ticking over, just to get your Champions League football and to get that big Champions League.
The Glazers did appoint top managers, though, Pete. They appointed top managers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the model of just kind of getting you, like, obviously Ferguson was Ferguson in the early stages because Ferguson was getting them to the level of winning trophies because he was just a world-class manager. But what they did after that, the Glazers, is just invest just enough just to keep it running over, just to get them in and around Champions League, to get that money in so they could keep investing year upon year. But you're not looking to be that serious club like LB, like Potts have been saying all season, to take it to that level. I'm not being funny. We've been talking about this for over a year now, and nothing's changed. I don't see these owners changing.
They're not changing. They're doubling triple down on what they're doing, Pete. They're not changing.
I see more of the same. I see protests in abundance coming within the next year for Chelsea.
They can't, Pete. They can't. These owners are locked in for 10 years. They can't.
It doesn't matter. Regardless of how long ownership are here for, like, you obviously have to. You obviously have to do something.
What are you going to protest us out of our club?
But as we all know, with
Chelsea
with Man United and stuff, like, Arsenal have done it against, the Cronkies in the past. You've done it with Mike Ashley, Pete. It's very difficult to actually get ownership to sell up because they don't care, really. They don't care.
So you've agreed that you're not a serious club, yeah? And your words were you haven't been serious for about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yet you still predicted third and a trophy, etc., even though we've established that fact. But we'll let it slide for a second. What I want to know now, Charlie, is going forward, are you going to be less stupid when it comes to your predictions?
Well, by the way, third wasn't that stupid a prediction. We could have easily.
Are you going to finish third?
Well, we're not going to finish third now.
Then it was stupid.
Well, it's not massively stupid. It wasn't like I've tipped us to win the league or something. I don't think third was an outrageous. You tipped you for trophies. Well, yeah, the trophies obviously is looking unlikely, but I don't think third was a ridiculous shout.
Okay, but will you be less stupid / deluded, or whatever you want to say, in your predictions going forward? I'm thinking of next year.
Yeah, Quite possibly, but
Charlie, you have to, because like we did. I feel like tonight it started off with like, but now it's like, nah, because in the chat you are a demon. You are.
Yeah, you've got to dish it out though. You have to get it.
I know, and I get it, but it's just like then.
Oh, then they'll get all the sympathy in the comments here, Dan. Oh, the bullying him.
I genuinely come on tonight. I was like, I'm gonna rip him to pieces, but I just genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I just feel sorry for you. I think that's where I am now, mate. It's not.
I'm just glad that I've seen us win it all, because it's not going to happen again for a long time. So I'm just glad that I've got to see that.
Let me ask, Wolfie, you say you want to know his predictions for next season. Are you going to be on this show next season?
He's not going to be on the show to hear it.
Well, I got more chance of being on this show. Well, I got more chance of being on the show than Charlie.
Bro, you lost to Midget Land again. They've done you twice at home in the same.
Okay, is my margin of defeat smaller or greater than yours?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter, mate.
Legit now. Are you worried? Like legit now. Let's strip back the Wolfie bravado.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I need to ask you. I do, because we were all banking on Spurs getting absolutely battered this weekend, and they showed. I know Liverpool were dusty, but they showed a bit of something. Is there an element now where you're looking at this and going, oh, hang on a minute. And then to follow that question up, is it a case of whoever wins at the weekend stays up out of you two?
So I wanted Spurs to lose, but I was also apprehensive that if they lost, they sack Tudor, who, by the way, grew on me after that interview. Post-match, I thought it was fantastic.
Because just ask stupid questions. It
was hilarious. I was like, respect. But anyway, that's kind of a side note. I think he's still a crap manager, but I still think they're still a crap team. So I'm not really that worried about this weekend.
You're equally as shit though, bro. You haven't won for 7 games.
Okay, they haven't won this year.
Wolfie, I genuinely think if Spurs get something from you at the weekend, is that your gaff?
No, it's
Spurs. Is it dead?
Yeah.
I genuinely think, mate, and again,
I'm pretty certain it's a draw, and the can gets kicked down the road. That's what's going to happen.
That's not really good. That's not really good enough, though, because you need to beat them.
Yeah,
we don't need to beat them.
You do
Why do we need to beat them?
You need to, because that psychological. If you beat Spurs, that psychological blow you'd give to them, that would crush them.
No. Need means it's a necessity. It's not.
I think it is a necessity.
I think it is too.
Remember, it's just before the international break as well. So then you've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Imagine
3 weeks, bro. Have you seen the gap?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Okay, the point I'm making is, imagine Spurs in the bottom 3 sitting on that for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Going to eat into them, and that will feed into negative performances.
I'm there for it, Pete. I'm there for it.
So then we go back and rewind to what Dan's asked you. How big is this game for you? Because you're saying kicking it down the road. I'm saying you need to win, and we're saying you need to win because
West Ham.
There's two teams in this league that are must-wins for me, and that's Man United and Spurs. I hate them both.
Wolfie, forget about.
I'm just you freaking build up. This is the week. This is the match everyone's watching this weekend. I gotta build it up a little, and there'll be plenty of content on my channel about it.
Is it on Sunday?
I'm just saying, there's more than this is. There's never really been Forrest Spurs beef apart from the '91 FA Cup final and what have you. I've always had Spurs beef, right? And now it's spread. I've been able to spread it out like a cancer. Spurs hate Forrest. Forrest hates Spurs. The Morgan Gibbs White stuff we always win and all this stuff. I couldn't be happier that this beef is real. I had Spurs fans when what's his face? Ange got sacked saying, thanks, mate, I'm unsubscribing now. I don't care about Forrest anymore. They're all back and subscribed, needing to know what's going on with Forrest and everything. There will be nothing sweeter, apart from Man U getting relegated, than us sending them down. I can't tell you that I grew up in a school where there was 3 Forest fans in the whole school. And honestly, for some weird reasons, like half the school was Spurs fans. I can't stand this team, man. I can't.
Right,
and this is in Bedford and nowhere near Tottenham, right?
So have you actually thought about the possibility, though, Wolfie, that they could beat you and you are also, they are shit, but as Deji said, you've been beneath them for 3/4 of the season. You are also equally as shit.
To follow that well, to follow Charlie with that, you said the two clubs you hate the most
in the league.
Yeah. Manchester United and Spurs.
Yeah.
You lose to both of us, bro. You're down.
Yeah, but I've already beaten both of you this season, mate.
That's
been in God. It's about what happens.
Yeah,
now.
I know. But hold on. Spurs haven't beat us in I think we've won 3 or 4 in a row against Spurs.
You like talking about the past, don't you, Wolfie? I noticed.
Bro, so do you, man. All we hear from you is Centurions and all this stuff and the other, man. We haven't even got to your team yet.
You want to talk about the future?
I'll say this. Okay. We have to beat Spurs for about 9 different reasons.
Correct.
The most important reason for me is to send my brother to that championship because he can go and suffer there for 23 years and see what it's like. I want to see if he can survive 23 days.
All of us on this panel actually want you to win that game, by the way.
We do. But also, Wolfie, you do know that have you entertained the idea of relegation at all?
No, it's not so much entertained it's I've done this before.
And I get that.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a new concept to Forrest, to West Ham, to Leeds. It is to Spurs. They won't stomach it, man. If Spurs drop, I'll tell you this now. If Spurs end up 18th, they won't come out of 18th again.
I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I look at Forrest, right? And under Vitor, bro, he scored no goals.
We're not scoring at home. We've had 99 shots at home in the last 5 matches and scored 1 goal.
They actually play, you know what, though? They actually don't play that bad. I watched Forrest against Liverpool.
No, they don't.
Obviously, watched them against City, right? They're actually not a bad team. But, obviously, the goals they scored against us, one was from the outside of the box, the other was a back heel. Like, they don't look like actually scoring in a lot of these games, man.
But that's where we score better goals, LB. It's where you build up in normal sense of goals. We just shit the bed in front in the 6-yard box.
You look better away from home, Wolfie. I've watched you in the games from home.
Counter-attack.
Games have been poor.
That might go in your favour at the weekend.
This is why I'm more happy it's not at the City ground.
Yeah,
I'd rather it's at 3-point lane with their record there, with our record there. Like I'm quietly confident, but I'll tell you this: if we beat Spurs, like Deji, George, Sav, Sean, all of them,
what if you lose?
Brother, bro, they're dead. If I lose, I've got a house renovation to finish next week.
This is it. I think this is the biggest game of the relegation season. The connotations from this game are massive. Like this is huge. This is season.
I almost say winner takes all in terms of survival.
Keep building it up, Dan. Keep building it. I love this. I got bare videos coming.
We're all laughing about Wolfie going down, but Wolfie, if you were to go down, the amount of views you get on your final day of the season stream, oh my god!
I'd miss Wolfie, man. I'm gonna miss him. I don't think they're gonna.
I'm not dying.
I know, but I don't think you're gonna win that Europa. So you might not be on this show as well.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry about that stuff. It's all part of the plan.
All that we always win stuff. And then they get relegated.
Yeah, but could you imagine that we always win, which was intended to be targeted at Spurs, and we go and win their trophy, relegate them, and Arsenal win the league?
Yeah, sure. But
that's what we always win means.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's what we always mean. Do I play West Ham?
No.
What about Tottenham? Do they have to play West Ham?
No.
Wolfie's last remaining fixtures are Spurs.
Mine are nasty.
You've got Villa at home. You've got Burnley at home. Sunderland away. Chelsea away. Newcastle at home. United away. Then you finish at home against Bournemouth. Oh my god!
That Bournemouth at home is
no.
Fixture.
I'll tell you what, Forrest could be cooked.
No, that Bournemouth one I've already written off. For me. Look, joking aside, for Forrest to stay up, we have to beat Spurs and Burnley. We should have beaten Fulham. I mean, frick me, how was he offside, man? That's just
ridiculous. that was a joke. That's a joke.
No, they are, but the way the rules
letter
are,
of the law.
Yeah. What I will say is everyone is forgetting about one team, and that's Leeds. Leeds keep crapping themselves into
but they got a point
into the relegation fight.
They did get a point yesterday.
It doesn't matter. They had a penalty and they missed it to take 3 points.
They missed it.
The point is, Leeds are following the same thing they did when they got relegated.
The thing is, though, like the games are lessening and the gaps just staying the same.
Leeds are only 3 points and their goal difference is great.
Yeah.
Leeds ain't out of it.
But they're missing opportunities to close the gap. missing opportunities.
Well, they're missing opportunities to extend it. That's the thing.
It's like West Ham. Like, I know a lot of people think they're definitely up. They're fine. They're the ones that are fine. I don't know, man. Like, they don't seem to be pulling away, but they're playing brilliantly apparently. So it's like it's really close, man. They
had a deficit though, Potts. I mean, you look at the deficit they had, and everyone thought they were done. Like that was. I mean, they were
Nuno, man. Not Nuno.
They're very difficult, man. I'm just hoping praying that Spurs go down, but I just
West Ham are the best out of those three teams. Out of Spurs and Forest, West Ham are comfortably the best team.
West Ham got the worst fixtures. I think West Ham
got Villa this weekend. They'll be
away.
Away, yeah, they'll be buzzing for that.
Well, at Villa,
yeah.
I think
great.
Mate, I wouldn't bet against West Ham getting something in that.
Great.
Yeah, but I think the line is 35. That's
Lads,
how I think.
Actually, look at the next. Sorry, Wolfie. Look at the next few fixtures. Right, West Ham have got Villa, then they've got Wolves at home, Palace away, Everton at home. I mean, Everton are quite decent away. Brentford away. Then they got Arsenal, Newcastle, and Leeds last game of the season.
Decider. Yeah.
So
imagine that's a shootout on the last day.
It could well be.
Yeah. The only interesting thing about this league at the moment is the relegation fight. Let's be real.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, to be fair. At the moment, it's looking good for my club. We'll come to that in a minute. Before I let Wolfie go, you might want to hang on for this for 20 seconds because it's quite funny. I've inserted a sort of section into this show randomly called Photo of the Week. And Pete, I don't know if you want any commentary on this one before I jump it up on the screen, bruv.
Of course. Obviously, we beat
Chelsea.
Fantastic win at the weekend. The shades were out. Everything was great. Sun was shining. And we loaded. Is it loaded? Just made a call to Eddie Howe and just said, "Look, team photo. Can we just have one guest? Can we just?
I will burn this.
Can we just send one guest down to London just to join you in this photo?" So,
oh my God.
Courtesy of Loaded Mag NFC, Daz, our specialist, our Sam, he brought you in. He brought you in there.
I tell you what, how fucking tall am I there, by the way, lads? I ain't fucking.
How big's your head?
I ain't slough off the Goonies.
Dan, you're a giant. Come on, man.
I love that.
No, you're in the black and white.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine. Send me that. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna frame it behind me. Send me a copy of it. I'll frame it.
I love it, man. I love it. Listen, it's good banter. Wolfie, you're a legend. Big up to you, bro.
Just guys.
Take care, lad. Take care, bro. Look, let's end on the title race. A lot of people say Arsenal. Well, a lot of people say Arsenal have won it. LB's kind of white flags it out. Before that we do go into that, can we just have a very quick word on Max Dowman, who, for me, looks a special talent. Pete, I want to start with you on this question, right? Because you saw him in pre-season against Newcastle. Remember you texted me going, bloody hell, he's good, isn't he? And he's come and done the business now in the Premier League. And I want to get a serious sort of what we think of this lad, because as an Arsenal fan, it's very hard with that. It's very biased. Oh my God, he's going to be better than Messi and that stuff. So I need to be realistic with it. How good is he going to be, Pete, do you think?
I think he can be as good as he wants to be. He can be at the top of football. That's how good he is. And I watched a few clips of him before we played during pre-season, and I watched him and I thought, flipping out, this guy looks special. But then you think to yourself, can they really recreate it in men's football, playing first team? And then he came off the bench against us over in Singapore or Thailand or wherever it was. And the things he did to Matt Target and Joe Linton in that pre-season, we were just like, wow, this guy is going to be special. And at that point, even our Newcastle journalists were saying how good he was, and don't be surprised if he's an outside bet for the World Cup. They were saying that back in June.
Can't be that.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but they saw what they saw then. Now, he hasn't had enough football, in my opinion, to be in that conversation, but the talent's there. I think Arsenal are holding him back because when they unleash him, you've got a player that will light up the Premier League and be a special talent. And what he did against Everton, he came on and completely changed the game I mean, the assist, the goal. You know what I love about that goal, Dan? It's just the quick feet. The quick feet, the little 1-2, the left into the right, that just takes it around the player, leaves the player on his arse and he's in. It's just that quick thinking, that little bit
bravery as well. It's the bravery that his head, like to knock the ball. Like I've seen people in the chat going, "Oh, it's an open goal." It wasn't. The work he did before it. Like I've seen seasoned pros fuck that up. I really have. And the pass was fantastic, but the confidence in himself to get the ball down, shimmy past. Was it Branthwaite he shimmy past? I can't remember. And then he's gone. He's gone. And I actually think, like Potts, I've been where you've been. We've had young players come through at United, and you go, next big thing, fantastic. But the problem United have had for so long is they've had managers that have abused these lads by overplaying them and allowing the hype to get too much. And when the bad games come, that's when the fans go. I've got to be honest with you. The biggest thing you have to do now is protect this lad. You've got to protect him. You've got to protect him. You cannot just start throwing him in. Let him do what he's been doing recently. That's perfect. This kid's got the world at his feet. And it's almost for us as English fans, you look and you go, oh, thank God for that. That English conveyor belt is still rolling. It's still going. I love him. I think he's quality. I really I like how he handles himself off the pitch. You see the stuff with him. I think he comes from good stock. I think I love him. I think he's quality. He's got a massive future ahead of him.
No, I do. I think there's a lot of people that go over the top with some of this, and I've seen it before with Charlie Patino and Dan Crowley and J. Mammal Thomas and Lupoli, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, Arsenal going to be unbelievable." None of them made it, but I'll tell you this: none of them looked as good as he did. So I watched Saka and Wilshere at a young age. Max Dowman's better than them. But he's much better, by the way, than them, than they were at 15. So I watched this kid when he was 13, 14 in glimpses and thought, oh, he looks better. Never thought he would make it. Just thought it would be like a Ravel Morrison, like he looks good now, but he'll never go and do it next thing. He looks special. He looks like, you know, when Wayne Rooney come on and did that against Arsenal, against Seaman, it looked like that. And I'm like, this guy is 6 foot at 16, just turned 16 as well. He's got everything about him in terms of technical ability. He's got power. He's got pace. He gets kicked to shreds, just gets back up. His temperament's right. He's a humble kid. He's kept away from all the media and all that. He didn't go and have a big look at me after the game, you know, like they try and get you to do. He's like, no, down the tunnel, head down, next game. And I think we'll see him now and contribute for the next sort of last 20 minutes of games. I'm with Dan. I don't think we should jump him in, throw him in for 90 minutes. I think we need to now give him 15, 20, cause chaos, bring some fouls, you know, win some penalties, which he's done already for us this season, and score some goals and assists, because he's been phenomenal. He's brilliant against Mansfield, but it was Mansfield, and he's come on against Everton and done that. And people think, you know, like, I know King Hoddle's a Spurs fan, he does, and big up to him, he's a regular listener, but he's come as, oh, it was an easy pot. He had 4 touches and he tapped it into an empty net. That wasn't easy. That wasn't easy. He didn't just tap it.
I think the most important things, we've all seen it with players before, is that, like, one, don't overdo it with them. Secondly, I'm not saying that Dowman believes his own hype or anything like that, or the people around him or whatever, but Arsenal got to make sure that, you know, they keep him grounded. They don't start.
Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't start believing his own hype, because we've seen this so many times before. You get, like, you know, players that come on, they'll score a goal. You know, young scorers. So Ethan Nwaneri, it's not really happened. He made what is the youngest Premier League debutant when he played at Brentford in that game. Look, he's a good player, but he's not really pushed on as you would have expected in those years. And I just think it's important. Look, enjoy the moment. He looks special, but how many players have come through have been really good when they're sort of 16, 17, 18, and then they don't really amount to anything. I think
Ethan was like that, you know, with Ethan and Miles Lewis-Skelly, you mentioned, they've not quite had it this season. But we had Joe Willock, Maitland-Niles, they all come through and everyone was going, oh my God, they're going to be brilliant. And they've never really gone on to be great. They've been done good careers, right?
Good careers,
and Ethan and Lewis Skelly, I'm sure, will have good careers. Max Dowman looks different. He looks different to Ethan. He looks different to Miles Lewis Skelly. He looks special. He looks like Lamine Yamal. I'll be honest. He looks like
I think the big
Yamal. You know what I mean?
I think the big difference is, though, like, there's still so much growth and learning at that stage. Like, you could be unreal at 16, but then you get to sort of 18, 19. Some players just fizzle out, like, and that's why it's so important not to overplay him. I can't overplay him.
Do you know what that is, though? I disagree slightly. Look, these players have ability. They do have the ability's there. It's the mentality. It's the mentality. You've got to have the right mentality to, at the age that he is doing what he's doing, go on and succeed in football. Because too long now, we're all old enough, right? We are all old enough to remember that a youth player back in our day was doing the YTS thing. They were learning how to become men. The managers treated them like they were their sons. Nowadays, because of agents, because of the way the media is, social media, it is a poison chalice being a young player with a bit of talent. These boys have got to be able to grow, but they've got to keep their head screwed on. They have to. Mason Greenwood, the wrongest man in the world, but the talent was there. Ravel Morrison, as Dan Potts said, fantastic talent, but the mentality wasn't there. Yeah. It's all about the mentality.
Yeah. But you've even got players like, you've got one now, Dan. Obi Martin was...
We got two, mate. We got JJ Gabriel, who's 15. He is incredible, and we got Shea Lacey as well.
But even who was that? But the striker you took from Arsenal,
Obi Martin from Arsenal. Obi Martin,
he was scoring a lot of goals for Arsenal, right? In that youth team. I'm not saying he was spoken about in the same level as Dowman or whatever, but he was highly regarded when he Potts at Arsenal. You wanted to keep him.
Very much so. Yeah, he's a good player.
He made a few appearances under Amorim, but is he just playing youth team football now?
They're doing the right thing with him. They're doing the right thing. They've brought him back down, and they're allowing him to develop it in the youth and in the under 21s, and then they go. And then next season you'll see a lot more of Chido Obi. But at the same time, honestly, Potts, just wrap him in fucking.
That's a good comparison, actually, right? Because I know Chido Obi Martin. His parents were a nightmare. Apparently, trying to keep us. He wanted what Saka was on now. He was one of these prima donna as well. That his feet up. I know Max Dowman's parents. His dad's a millionaire anyway, so it's never going to be about money. Real Madrid last season when we played them, they kept Dowman and his family back and said, "We want you," and he went, "No, I'm a massive Arsenal fan. I'm staying here." So we're very lucky that he's an Arsenal fan. Otherwise, he'd probably be off to Madrid, right? Because and it is about it ain't about money for him. He put a picture with his mum on Mother's Day. I thought it was his sister. Seriously, he's 16. You forget how young his parents are, man. It's crazy, but he is a phenomenal talent, and he is going to be going to the very top. We just got to look after him and hope that we don't ruin him. And let's be real, I don't want to put a downer on the manager because he's been unbelievable this season for Arsenal. But I like what I see from him, and I don't want him to iron any of that out.
Glad you said that, Potts. I think Arteta has played it spot on with him. I like that comment.
Yeah. Look, the reason you guys think it's all over is because LB's team had a bit of a stinker. Are we all in agreement that Arsenal are going to win this league? Then has everyone accepted that now, or do you think Man City are going to come back?
Even by Arsenal standards, they're not going to fuck this up.
There's only one team that have come back from this deficit in after 30 games, isn't there, LB?
Yeah, I think it's all. I just can't fume in me, mate. I can't lie. I'm just pissed off. I'm still just fucking pissed off. I actually tweeted after the Arsenal game before City even played that the league was over. I said, congratulations. Why was that?
Is that because you think we would draw, or?
No, because you get the late goals, Potts, and you just sort of know.
Late goals, and I'm just, you have to, if you do the simple math, you do the simple maths on how many games are left, how many points needed to be dropped. It's it's not going to happen, mate. So I tweeted before City even played and said it was over. My watch-along was a fucking piss take. I was just chilling, chatting to chat about random shit. I wasn't even fucking watching the game properly, mate. City played shit yet again. And what? The league's over for us now. Just is what it is. We ain't winning the league.
I saw your watch along when they scored. It was quite funny. Oh, they've scored. They've equalised. Anyway, chat. Let's crack on. It was
I literally had no some guy in the chat was like, "LB, I'm not with respect. I'm going watching a different watch along because you're not even watching the game." I was like, "Respect, bro. I can't do it." I was so checked out. I was slamming the beers. I was just so checked out, man.
LB, you checked out for the season now. You done?
Well, I've got a fucking final, unfortunately, on Sunday. Bro, it's proper mad. Speak to some City fans. Not all City fans feel like me, but I am just so disinterested, man. It's crazy the way that this team has just fell off like this. Just shit. The manager's just doing stupid stuff on with his team selection.
Why does he not play Cherky? He got no creativity in that team. He didn't play Cherky.
Has he checked out now, LB? Has he legit checked out?
I think he's rattled, mate. I think he's rattled. If you listen to the pressers and that, I think the guy's rattled.
Right, what was that wild comment about Haaland's groin and his girlfriend? It was mental.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was mad.
I don't know why he's rattled because all right, you make a mistake or whatever, but like the thing that's weird for me, the scary thing for me is right. He's been trying to find his best team all season. Right, cool. All your managers do the same thing, right? Yeah. And he pretty much found it 3 weeks ago. The back four: Nunes, Cousinov, or Diaz, depending on who you're playing. Gay, Aït-Nouri, Rodri, Bernardo, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Marmoush, Haaland, right? And then the only thing that he needed to do was drop either Semenyo or Marmoush and put Cherki in because we just lacked a little bit of creativity. The defense was solid. The midfield was solid. It was just a little bit dry in the creativity aspect up top. But we were winning games and we were solid at the back. And the only thing he needed to do was just drop one of the front three. I would have dropped probably Marmoush, but whoever, drop Semenyo if you want. Play Cherki, yeah, and fucking go. And then he just like abandoned the whole thing against Real Madrid. Well, he abandoned it against fucking Newcastle, to be honest with you. We did well, which then fucked us over for Real Madrid because then he went, oh, we just beat Real Madrid. We just beat Newcastle. Newcastle was shit at the time. Beat will tell you. Like he was coming into the game thinking we got a chance. And then he abandoned. He just went, oh, we just beat Newcastle. Like we slapped them up. We'll play the same thing against Real Madrid and just actually go even more aggressive. The Newcastle game gave him false confidence for the Real Madrid game. We then got slapped up there, and then it's just crazy to me. I just feel like he's just massively got it wrong, to be honest.
Are you winning at the weekend, LB?
Bro, I can't say we're going to win. I don't even know what team he's going to put out, mate. I don't know what team he's going to put out. I don't know what system he's going to put out.
What about tomorrow?
Bro, I forgot we had a game tomorrow.
Come on,
bro. I'm just gonna watch it and just hope. You know what I want to see? I just want to see some techie football, man. Get me the techie ballers on the pitch, man. Yeah, let's give me some technical footballers on the pitch, bro. We're out, man. We lost 3-0.
You're giving yourself no chance to go through.
I give 5% chance.
Yeah,
that's a 1 in 20.
The downside for you is the techie ballers that are likely to be on the pitch are going to be Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, who are both back in training today.
It's just probably crazy, bro. Our season just fell apart, man. So it's fucking crazy, man. Get me a trophy and then we'll go again.
LB, I've got the perfect trophy for you, mate.
Come join me, man.
I got the perfect trophy for you, mate. Queen of the South, playoff finalists, mate. We'll be there. We'll
be there, mate. We will be there. Yeah.
Look,
but man, you know what, man? Like, just quickly, Pots here. Like, I think we might have fucked it, you know. Like, bro, real talk here. I need another 400 million. I need another 400 million. Give me another fucking money, man.
You're getting into bed with Charlie. You're getting into bed with
what
Charlie.
Fucking Elise, man. What Elise? I want Yildiz. I want Anderson. I want Bruno Guimaraes.
No, fuck off.
All these fucking players.
Hey, get him off the screen now. Talking.
You know what? I actually genuinely like this whole of this season. I've watched and listened to a lot of LB's content, and I've shared a lot and collabed with him, right? And I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. I don't think LB has ever actually believed that Man City can win this league. I think he's always hoped it, and I get it, and I hear it. I'll be exactly the same. I think it's been more hope than belief. I might be wrong, LB. You might say, no, you're talking rubbish. But I just feel like you looked at Arsenal and you've looked at yourselves and you think, I don't know that we're ready. And I think deep down, and I'm not saying we're going to quite start doing quads and trebles, but I think deep down you're looking at Arsenal thinking maybe they could. I lie?
What? Win the treble?
Win multiple trophies, yeah.
Yeah, of course you can. The thing is, for me, that pisses me off is I don't even think Arsenal are that good. I'll be genuinely serious.
No, they're not, bro.
I don't think they're that good. They're the best team in the league and they deserve to win the league, yeah. But like by historical standards, I don't think Arsenal are that good. Now, I'm not trying to play it like I'm not trying to like that's not an insult to Arsenal because you're gonna win the league and that's meant for you. But that's why I get fucking frustrated because I think we could have won the league this year if we was on it, but we've not been on it, and that's why it frustrates me even more. Like that's the thing that pisses me off is I think there was a title to be won here for City and like. That's really frustrating to me that I'm watching this Arsenal team going to win the league and they're the best team in the league. They deserve to win it, but I don't think Arsenal have been that good this season. Like I just don't, man. Like And that frustrates me even more. It's not meant to be like an insult to Arsenal. It's more of like an insult to my own club, because I'm like, yo.
I think last time we were fighting for it though. Man City were excellent and Arsenal were excellent. You could see because between January and May, Man City won literally all of their games, and Arsenal lost one game, and that was it. So, like, genuinely, both teams were exceptional to watch, and we were putting 4s and 5s past team, as were you. Last season, both have they actually? Wolves, wow. Wow. Wolves, I tell you what, man, this Rob Edwards, unbelievable. He's just playing for pride.
Suddenly, 2026, they've turned it around, haven't they?
And he's really taken it
outstanding.
They have been. I think that's
quality. There's really just no pressure on them, though, isn't there? They know they're down. They can just go and play.
Yeah,
they're done.
It's true.
Charlie's breathing.
Yeah, Charlie's all right now. What? Let me ask everybody other than myself and LB what we saying quickly for the cup final.
I'll be honest. I'll go first. I can't see anything other than an Arsenal win.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Yeah, I just can't, just because Arsenal doing everything right now, and Man City just seem to not be, and it's really hard to just get that back in when you're in a negative spiral to just turn it on. I honestly, lads, I just hope for a good game of football. From a neutral, I just want to see a good game of football.
You're not going to get a good game of football, Pete. Come on.
No, it's going to be terrible.
This is the thing. There's so many big games that have been built up, and you're going to get Sky building this up, giving it to Wigan.
Don't do it to
absolute shambles of matches. I want to see good football. The only good football that I've seen is in the Champions League in midweek.
It's going to be good, mate.
Football in the Premier League has been dog this season.
They play disgusting football, and we can't score goals. It's gonna be horrendous. It's probably gonna go to pens if I'm being honest.
Could go to pens.
I think
LB, are you gonna play? Is he gonna stick with Trafford, or do you reckon he'll ditch him and stick Donnarumma?
He'll probably go Trafford, but I hope he puts Donnarumma on if we go pens, because he can say pens, can't he?
Wolves just hit the bar. Sorry.
No way.
Why are you invested in this game, by the way?
I'm not going to lie. Like I've been watching the second half, and it's all Wolves.
Why are we invested in this game? Or are we just enjoying the game? Like, are we invested?
Just trying to enjoy a game of football, I suppose. But no, look, Charlie, you think Arsenal? Pete, you think Arsenal? Dan, you think Arsenal? City?
So. I want it to be City, but I think I just find it hard to see how Arsenal don't win.
I can't call it, Pots. Like I actually can't. I think it goes pens.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think pens.
Could go pens, you know.
If it's typical of the Premier League this season, it'll be a 0-0, Arsenal winning penalties.
I'll take it. I don't care. I want this trophy, man. I need to.
It'll be a set piece madness. It'll be a set piece madness.
If it's a set piece, I'll take it. Before I come, I've got one last question for Dan, but I just quickly, midweek Champions League games, how many of the English teams are going through?
Are you asking me? All right, okay.
I'll be honest. I think Pots, you'll go through.
I think Newcastle are going through.
Oh, do I? I actually think they will, you know.
I think Newcastle are going through.
I don't know why. I just think they might.
I'm going to say Arsenal and Liverpool will go through. I think Newcastle will just come short, and obviously me and LB are already cooked, so...
I think Arsenal and Newcastle, I think Liverpool might go out. I've got a feeling Newcastle might do a madness, you know.
I live in hope. I live in hope that something special could happen. Look, it's Nou Camp. It's Barcelona on their home patch.
You'll get chances. They'll give you chances.
That's it. That's the key. Because we will get chances in that game.
100% you will.
They do give chances. It's whether we can be clinical enough. Because if we get the... I'll say it now. Look, I don't think Newcastle will win. And I hope we do. And I hope we find something in that game at the Nou Camp that will beat Barcelona. But we've got a chance of beating them. We have to get the first goal.
Problem is, so many teams go to the Nou Camp and shit themselves because it's the Nou Camp.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times. We've done it. Newcastle has got to go there and just play like it. I know it's easy to say, but they just got to play like it's anywhere else. Like we need to let the stadium get the better of them.
We need to play how we played them at St James's Park.
Yeah.
We were the better team.
Tonali back.
I think he'll be back. It's this illness. Like it's literally gone through our whole team over the last 3 weeks. So many players have had it, but it's only really been like a 1 or 2 day illness, and he got it on Friday, trained Friday, and then was like throwing up. So he would have had enough time to recover from it.
I think Big Dan Burn back post. I do 1-0. I've got it in my head.
I don't know why. I could be muddied and they'll go like 3-0 down or something, but I actually think Newcastle got such a chance. I really do.
I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle scored first and went ahead. I really wouldn't.
I need the most shithouse performance from Newcastle. I'm talking like what you boys have said, like a Dan Burn, Arsenal style header from a set piece, and then the shithouse their way to a win. I want to see Eddie Howe do like prime Mourinho into Milan, point to the away fans in the stand at the end. Barcelona players trying to get at him, all the rest of it. I need to see that.
Chills has got it right in the chat. You need to bully him. You need to bully him. Go there.
You can't let him play their football.
Joe Linton, Tonali, Ramsey in that midfield. We could absolutely bully him. It'll either be Burn or Botman. My only question mark is that Tino's come back in. Tino was sensational.
Would you put Trippier in for experience?
But I think Eddie Howe's going to go Trippier. I think he's going to go Trippier. That could be with Rafinha, with a wider pitch, more space. That could be the killer there. I would go Tino. I would go Tino for that one, and then maybe do Trippier against.
Trippier's been such a good signing for you, but I think it's time now. I think Livramento is the guy.
He's not getting a new contract. This is it. Like he's done. He'll go on a free. So he's done. So we'll need at least one right back. I don't know what Man City are doing with Tino, whether he's going or not. It keeps chopping and changing 1 minute.
I wouldn't do that. If I'm City, I'll be real. I wouldn't be spending 80 or 90 million on Livramento for his injury record is crazy. Like he's a great player.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries.
Can I just say really quickly with regards to Newcastle? In the last 2 months, right, every single one of our players has been linked with a move to another club, and it's absolutely. I don't get worried by it. I just find it funny. I find it quite embarrassing. That like for example, Hall was absolutely sensational against Barcelona. Then he was brilliant again at the weekend. And then what do we get the next day? Oh, Barcelona linked with Lewis Hall. Oh, Lewis Hall linked with multiple clubs.
I know you say it's embarrassing, but it's a compliment, bruv. It's a compliment because people want your players.
It's embarrassing because people actually believe it. People actually believe it. It's hard to know whether we get or not.
It's not well sourced at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's just rubbish clickbait nonsense. But
there's a lot of, let's be real, there's a lot of players or teams, I should say. I think there's a lot of teams that would look at Lewis Hall, Livramento. I think there's a lot of teams, to be fair, if they were fit, would look at Botman and Malik Chow. There's a lot of teams that would definitely look at Bruno and Tonali. I think a lot of teams would definitely look at Gordon, maybe even Barnes as well. Like, you've got a quality side. I always say, this is why me and LB say, oh, you glaze Newcastle. It's because you're a good side, man. You're a good side. There's a lot of team players you got, bruv.
No, and I fully understand that. I get it. And we have got some very, very good players. But my point is, regardless of whether we get European football or not, is that we're not going to let those players go for cheap. You saw how much we made it difficult for Isak. Well, we're not going to let Tonali go for cheap or Tino go for cheap.
But do you think you might learn from that, though, Pete, in terms of not holding players?
That was on the owners. That wasn't on now. That was on the owners.
No,
the owners.
That's what I mean. Do you think, as a club, though, like when it comes to happen again, where clubs are interested in your top players, do you think Newcastle as a club would have learned from that Isak situation?
Absolutely, we have to.
I think
if we want to be the club that we want to be, we have to. Look, are those players going to leave at some point? Of course they are. But it doesn't mean just because we're learning from it and we maybe handle it different, doesn't mean we're going to let them go for cheaper. Doesn't mean that we're going to let them go for pittance. They're still going to go for big money. It's whether the big clubs are willing to pay that sort of money. You know, if LB's Man City are willing to put 70+ million down on Livramento, he'll be a Man City player. But he won't come for this 50 million. Like someone valued Lewis Hall at 65 million. The lad's 21 years old. We signed him for 30 million anyway. He's more than doubled his value in what he is now. He'll go for a record fee for a left back. Like, that's how much we will sell him for. We won't sell him for cheap. We'll sell none of these players for cheap. And that's where I think we will do, and we'll learn our lesson. Those players will eventually go, Tonali meaning, Gordon maybe, but they'll go for big money.
I think
they'll go on our face though.
I think you'll lose a couple this summer, Pete. I do. I think there's a potential, and I think I've seen your shows as well. You've spoke about a couple that could potential, and I think the two that the most potential are probably Tonali and Gordon. I think they're the two this summer. That I think you'll have the.
And my point is that if they do go, it'll be big money.
Yeah.
It won't be that.
Who would you rather keep, Pete? Bruno or Tonali?
You'd rather keep Bruno, wouldn't you?
Bruno, yeah, fair play.
Bruno is just.
I asked Matty Renton that, and he said straight away. I spoke to Matty Renton literally a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Yeah, Bruno straight away." He said, "Yeah, keep him." But look, man, I wanted to ask Dan really quickly before we wrap up. I'm gonna make a statement, and it makes me shudder when I say this, but I don't know if I'm being crazy when I say it. I think Man United might be in a title race next season.
No,
I think Bruno.
No,
I think Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, damn Tots, man.
No.
Let me finish. Let me say it. Let me finish.
No.
Let me finish. Let me
I don't
finish.
think you deserve to finish after that, bro.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Man.
I can't stand this team. I hate them. Right? Dan knows this. They ruined my childhood. I can't stand them, and I want them in the mud. But I've looked at the way they're playing. It's back to basics. It's simple. I know it's one game a week. I hear it. Okay, but with the right summer and with a few decent players, I think they might be in a title race. Whether they're going to win it or not, I don't know. But I think they could be in a title race.
I don't even know who the manager's going to be.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Reverse psychology.
Right, where if it does happen, he's just getting in early. He's getting in early. But you know what it is? Like Man United they're playing good football, right?
No, we're not.
They're putting up good results. They're not playing the best football, but I think
Bruno has been quality, by the way.
Yeah, he's been quality.
Take Bruno out of that team.
Terrible. But this is what I mean, right? When you talk, but rightly, we were called Cole Palmer FC under Poch, and we have been called it since Poch as well. Man United, I think, are quite similar. They are Bruno FC. They are. And that's fine. Every team's got a star player and a top player that they need that performs more than others. Well, at the moment, I haven't got one. But with United, right? Look, they're doing well. They're picking up results. The performances have tailed off a little bit in recent weeks. My big thing would be why I'm not getting too carried away with it is because they get a week to prepare for every game. They don't have to rotate their squad. They can play their best 11 every single match. And I just feel that when you get to playing 2-3 games a week, it's a very different conversation. It's very, very different to playing once a week. So, look, by the way, I'm not saying that United can't be good next season. They can, but it's.
I'm so glad everyone's disagreed with me, though. Maybe I can relax now.
I'm just not sure. I just don't see it. They've got a lot of work to do in the summer.
Let me tell you why we're not. Let me tell you why we're not. I will say one word which explains to you why we're not. Casemiro. Casemiro has been one of our most influential players this season, mainly because we've had one game a week. Casemiro, that was his 6th goal from a set piece yesterday. He is he's so important to Manchester United. We're not just replacing what position he should be. We need to replace the goals he brings. And look, when we look at next season with Manchester United have got to bring in a minimum of 6 to 7 players in next season and hope that some of the young boys that are coming through can come up and do something. Our team is nowhere near Potts. We have just really, really been we have profited off the fact that teams around us this season have been poor. That you need to remember, I don't forget the fucking Amorim games. And I'm sick of seeing people say, "Oh, if we'd have only sacked Amorim in November and got Carrick, we'd been in a title race." No, we wouldn't, because I've seen us against Newcastle. I saw us against West Ham. First half against Villa, we were poor. First half against Everton, we were poor. What we have done is we've had that initial bounce. Everything's fantastic. The players are incredible again. But then the last few weeks, the players have done what they do best. They've got comfortable again under the manager. Now, what LB said is spot on. We don't know who the manager is next season. They could go and pull a stupidity and bring in De Zerbi. They could go and pull a stupidity and go and bring bloody Glasner. There are so many variants, unfortunately, that are against Manchester United being anywhere near a title race next season. We've got to play Champions League. That means another game midweek. We've got to obviously look at the fact that Ugarte's got to go. We've got to replace him. Xerxes got to go. We've got to replace him. You've got Casemiro who's going. We have got 3 centre-backs that cannot play a full season because of fitness. Martinez.
I think you got to cut your losses on Martinez.
Mate, we've got, you think about it, right? Our right back's poor, our left back's poor. We've got 3 centre-backs that cannot stay fit. That in itself is 2 signings straight away. We need to sign 3 midfielders. We need to get a backup striker for Sesko. We need to sort out the situation with the wingers, because is Cunha a left winger? Is he a cam? Unfortunately, at the moment, Manchester United are going to be defined solely on what they do in the transfer window. And this transfer window, they have to attack it long before the World Cup starts. And that's only a short gap, because if Manchester United think they're going to leave it until after the World Cup, they're fools. They will overpay and overpay. So they've got a lot to do. By the way, I will say this, they have got a lot right this season. Le Mans, what a keeper that lad is. He is going to be stunning when he gets older. The signings of Brian, who, yes, has gone off the boil. Sesko seems to be scoring just off the bench. Cunha's done well. The signings have been good this season. They need to back that up in the next transfer window. And then when they've done that, they need to back it up in the following transfer window. And then when they've done that, they need to follow it up in the following transfer window. Once they've done that, then we'll have the conversation. But I ain't getting giddy about next season, Potts. I can't, because I've seen these players do this to us before. I've seen us have this run under Ollie where we went, that's it, we're going to do something. We're nowhere near it yet. We're nowhere near it yet.
Look, man, I like the way that you're playing at the moment, personally. I think it's been a breath of fresh air as far as United fans. I think it has been quite simple. Carrick's come in and done just simple stuff. And maybe it is just one game a week, and that's why it's looked okay. I think Bruno's had one of the best seasons in a Man United shirt. I've got to be honest. I think he's been outstanding.
He's going to break the record this season.
He's easily
he might well do. The only thing I would say is, right, I wouldn't begrudge it him and I wouldn't discredit him, but there was a screenshot going around, and like of Bruno's 16 assists so far, only 7 have been in open play. Now, I'm not saying that delivery from set piece don't count, but you look at the Henry and De Bruyne, who have got the 20 assist record, right? All Henry's assists were in open play, and 17 of De Bruyne's 20 were in open play. And then you go down, you got Ozil, 14 of his 19 were open play. Salah.
Yeah, but Charlie, you won the World Club Championship against a load of B teams. Do you still factor that?
No, it doesn't. But what I would say is, though, for me, though, but Pete, if you just, like, for example, if you get 20 assists, right, and you just whip in 20 corners, that's not as good as getting open play assists. It's just not.
I get your argument, but
it is a bit harsh, Charlie, but I hear what you're saying.
No, I'm not disputing it. I'm just saying, for me, though, like, if he gets 20, right, I'm going to look at it and think, right, great, well done, good season, you deserve that. However, I won't look at that 20 in the same positive way as I'm looking at as Henry's 20.
Someone's saying Bruno overrated.
I get your argument. I get what you're saying. I don't agree. And the reason why I don't agree is because of the play that you're talking about. Now, Bruno Fernandes may well get you 2 set-piece assists in a game, but he will put 2 open play assists on a plate.
How many
and they won't take their chances. That's not his fault.
The Cunha assist was stunning.
Yeah, what about the one for Sesko where he tries to play in Amma and it goes off? That's
By the way, that was Bruno's 100th assist for Manchester United.
My only point is on it is just like, for me personally, an open play assist has more weight than a set piece assist. I'm not discrediting Bruno, phenomenal player and an outstanding season.
We could say that about Charlie. We could say that about Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer scores penalty after penalty after penalty, and then maybe not you, but a lot of Chelsea fans are there telling me, "Oh, this guy scores for fun." Like they all count. They all count. The end product. I'm not disputing that. But the end product, Charlie. The end product is that ball is in the back of the net. The end product. So I don't care if you're asking me, am I going to sit there and say, "Oh, a lot of them are corners, it doesn't count"? Absolutely not. And what I did want to say about him as well is his comments after the game. Like, we know Bruno is he can literally, he's Marmite. People love him, people hate him. His comments after the game was, "Yeah, I'm doing something right for my teammates." Takes it away from him. Like, I genuinely think this season, yeah, he has his wobbles on the pitch, but I think he's matured so much this season. I genuinely do. I think he's.
Mate, I'll tell you what, though, those Saudi offers will come back in the summer.
He's not going anywhere, mate. He's not going anywhere.
But if you got 100 million offered for him again, I think you'd have to take it. You wouldn't take it.
Charlie, my argument to that is, right, if we'd have took 100 million from him this summer, yeah, we might have gone and got, let's say, a Gibbs White or something. Would Gibbs White have got us to the Champions League?
No.
I don't think you can get rid of him now.
No, you can't. No.
He's got to the point where you kind of have to sail away with that 100 million and just continue to have him, because like the point that Dan United's just said, if they're going to build on season upon season or window after window to be where you want to be, which is fighting for the title, you're going to need him as part of that journey. You may get to the point that 2 or 3 transfer windows down the line that you might not need him anymore, then you move him on. But for now, in this trajectory of Man United, you have to keep him. If Man United sell him, it could completely collapse the rebuild.
I agree.
100%. So it's really important for Man United to keep him.
And actually,
where does he sit, Dan?
Sorry, go on.
Where does he sit for you, Dan, Bruno, in terms of like all time?
He's a legend. He's a legend at United. He's
in terms of the category, where does he sit? He doesn't sit with like Giggs and Scholes. No. So where does he sit? Like,
he's in the bracket right beneath them. The only thing that differentiates between them is that
he's not led them to trophies.
But at the same time, like, you take Scholes out of that Champions League winning side in '99. We did. We took him out of the Champions League final. We still won it. There were players that could come into that side and do what they were doing. We had people. It was two quality players for every position. With Bruno, you take Bruno out of that Manchester United side, we fall to pieces. So Bruno, for me, he's right up there, Potts. He's not in the bests, you know, the Charltons, the Giggses, anything like that, or Keanos, but he's in the one below. He's a legend for me. He is. I think that the guy is divisive, but I think and it hurts a little bit when I see United fans saying that, you know, he's overrated. How can any Manchester United fan say that Bruno Fernandes is overrated when he's done what he's done at this club? He's been involved in 200 goals and assists. It's ridiculous. It's in all competitions. It's bonkers to me. So when any United fan says that, I sit there. And do you know something? I go back to what I said to you, Charlie. It upsets me a little bit, that does, because this guy has done everything he can for United to push. Yeah. Yes, along the way, he's been an absolute twat. And I can say that. I've seen him games. Yeah, but he's my twat. Exactly that. Charlie, exactly that.
Okay. Listen, let me do these 2 supers and we get out of here. A few fans celebrating early again. Corniest thing. Netweed, big up to you. He also says, I'm very happy at Arteta's change on Saturday, but it came after 80 minutes of torture. The jury's out. I still don't trust him, but may finally prove us wrong. Absolutely. Let's hope he lifts trophies starting on Sunday. Listen, people, do me a favor. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. You're following every single one of these guys. You've got Charlie over at Blue Brother CFC. You've got Pete over at Loaded Mag NUFC. LB on It's LB. And you've got Dan United. Big up to Deji and Wolfie and Errol that were also with us as well. And make sure you're showing love to OK Jersey. 12 man is the code. 8% discount. Any shirt that you want with name and number on the back from any club or country. Go and get involved with them. We will see you next time. We're out of here. Up the Arsenal. See you later, people.
Well, not up the Arsenal. Absolutely not.